Okay. Hi dancers, Tamara here from Dancing Through Strength, and today I have Mia, and she's going to be demonstrating some strength and flexibility exercises for extensions Devon, Second and Derriere. She is originally from On Point Dance Centre in Caloundra, but recently got into Alberta Ballet School. So stay tuned to find out the best exercises to help with your extensions, Devon, Second and Derriere. Are you ready?
First of all, you'll need a tennis ball because we'll be doing myofascial release to unlock the trigger points in our muscles to allow for more range of movement. Exercise number 1, tennis ball rolling out through the hips. Here, we place the tennis ball in the hip joint and we're lying on our side, slightly rolling forward and back through the hip joint, unlocking the muscles. This will help allow our hips to have more range of motion and flexibility. Spend at least 5 minutes on each hip, right and left. Exercise number 2, tennis ball roll out through the hip flexors. Here we're placing the tennis ball on top of the hip flexor and rolling forward onto our stomach. Again, I want you to slightly move forward and back and across to stretch through the hip flexor and release any tension through the front of the hip. We're now moving on to our hamstrings. We'll be placing the tennis ball at the top of the leg. Exercise number 3 is tennis ball roll out at the top of the hamstrings. Here you can see the tennis ball is placed at the top of the hamstrings where the 3 heads tie in at the top. The other leg is resting to the side. Sitting up nice and tall, placing all the weight through the tennis ball and gently leaning into the stretch forward. Everyone will feel different and this can be a little painful, but just bear with it because this will help release the trigger points through the back of the hamstrings to allow your extension to increase further when standing. Holding the stretch for at least 20 seconds in each point. Coming up and then readjusting the ball down to the hamstring a little bit lower and repeat the process. Reaching forward and holding the stretch. Gently coming back up again and adjusting the ball again a little bit lower down the hamstring as we're working our way down. Repeat the process, reaching forward and gently stretch into the ball. Now we're placing the tennis ball underneath the knee and again stretch forward into the stretch, releasing any tension behind the knee. If you suffer from a bent leg look, this exercise will help lengthen and straighten your leg line in your extensions. Again, holding for 20 seconds and relaxing as much as possible into the ball. Coming up, placing the ball into the calf and again stretching forward, repeating the process. Exercise number 4, tennis ball rolling out. Here we're lifting the foot up and down, pressing into the tennis ball through the calf muscle to elongate the leg end line when we stand up.
Right side, and then go to your highest point. So just turn the leg out, and now push back for 10 seconds. And go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. And again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Should be warming up. And go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. And relax. So we'll do to the side. And go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. And go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. And down.
Exercise number 7, Flexi Strap Stretch Devant, which means front. Lying on your back, ensuring the Flexi Strap loop is secured on your foot. And now we're stretching up to Devant, keeping a nice straight leg and our hips square, pulling the band to our head and holding for 20 seconds. And repeat, trying to pull the band closer to your head each time. Do this 5 rounds in Devant. Exercise number 8, Flexi Strap Développé Stretch Devant in front. Now, making sure the strap is secure around the foot, starting in a retire position. Gently développé to Devant and stretch up into a stretch leg and back down. Repeat, développé, Devant, and pulling the band in towards the head as you stretch up to a straight leg. And repeat. Do this 10 times, right and left, on both sides, 3 times through. Exercise number 9, Flexi Strap Stretch a la seconde, equal side. Taking the band through the foot, as you can see, stretching and pulling the leg up towards your head and back down. And repeat, pulling the leg up, nice stretched elongated leg, pulling the band towards the floor in your head, holding and down. Do this 10 times, right and left, 3 times through. Exercise number 10, Flexi Strap Stretch Développé to the side. Starting from retire position with the flexi strap around the foot, taking the knee to the highest point towards the shoulder, stretching the leg and pulling the band towards the floor or your head. Repeat. Again, like the last exercise, do this 10 times, right and left, 3 rounds through. This will help improve your développé à la seconde and any extensions to the side. Exercise number 11, Devon, front circles for slower strength and extension. Now, lying on the mat, nice and square with the hips, taking one leg Devon, drawing little circles in the air, usually around 20 cent piece size, in a clockwise motion. Do it 10 times and then try and lift the leg higher, as you can see Mia is doing. Drawing 10 circles, pause, and try and aim the leg to get higher into Devon. Draw the circles and then repeat that 3 times through, right and left. Exercise number 12, développé Devon extensions on the floor. Starting from retire, développé through attitude Devon, keep the knee out to the side, stretching up to a fully extended leg and reverse back down. Keep the hips square and maintain posture throughout the whole exercise. And back down. Again, 10 times right and left, 3 times through for this exercise. Exercise 13, side lying retire up and down activation exercise. Starting from retire, lifting the knee as high as you can towards your shoulder and down. Do not twist through the hips. Keep everything nice and still and do this 10 times right and left, 3 times through. This will help improve your extensions to a la second and extensions to the side. Exercise 13.5, side lying retire développé activation exercise. Starting lying on your side, keeping the hips square, everything in alignment, développé up through retire and all the way to full extension without twisting the body forward or back. This is a great exercise for activating the développé action for when you stand, trying it on the floor first, building the strength on the floor before standing. Do this exercise 10 times right and left, 3 times through. Exercise number 14, middle split tennis ball rollout down the hamstring. Placing the tennis ball at the top of the hamstring and bending over towards the foot on one side. Holding for 20 seconds. Allow the ball to release any tension in the hamstrings in your middle splits. Coming back up, taking the ball slightly down the hamstrings a little bit further as we're working our way down the leg. Repeat the stretch into the tennis ball, allowing the muscles to melt away into the floor. Holding for 20 seconds and coming back up. And again, lower down the ball and repeat. Exercise 15, middle splits foam roller stretch. This is more for advanced students, placing the foam roller underneath the ankle and stretching in the middle splits towards the foot. Holding for 20 seconds and coming up and repeat that 10 times, 3 times through right and left. Rolling forward into the front splits and coming back up.